The Bee Queen is not a hard boss, she just takes a ton of resources. She's basically impossible to kill solo without a trick up your sleeve. This guide will go over how to kill the Bee Queen without other players to help. First, before every method, the normal beehives and killer beehives around the Bee Queen need to be cleared out. Just make sure no bees other than her Grumble Bees come to help. On to the methods. The first way to kill the Bee Queen solo is place 20 to 40 rabbit hutches nearby the Bee Queen and spawn her in during dusk or night. Then let the Bunnymen help kill her. The extra damage is needed because she has too many helpers for one person to kill on their own. This tactic relies on the Bunnymen to kill off the minions, and the player to do most of the damage to the Bee Queen herself. For gear, you're going to want at least 4 Beekeeper's hats, or equivalent, 2 dark swords, a cane, and 120 healing. The healing needs to be in something that isn't considered unclean by the Bunnymen, or else they'll be killing you instead of the Bee Queen. Most notably, don't bring Pierogi, and be careful if insane, as Beekeeper's hats don't protect you against shadow creatures. When trying to do damage to the Bee Queen, you'll be able to get 6 to 7 hits in, usually before she runs away, or summons minions. If she summons minions, run away until the Bunnymen deal with them, and if she runs away, dodge the honey trail while running after her, as the honey slows you down a lot, making it hard to chase her. It is worth noting that the Bee Queen only does 60 damage a hit, and the Beekeeper's hat reduces damage by 80%, meaning she only does 12 damage a hit, which is barely any compared to other bosses. The minions are what do most of the damage, so remember to avoid them. Method 2 is create an arena in which to fight her in that looks like this. It's a sort of maze that takes advantage of bees' pathing, as bees always look for somewhere where they don't have to fly over a wall to go through before going over the wall. This can then be used by running outside before the Grumble Bees do and closing the gate, causing them to fly out the other way, while the Bee Queen can be fought outside the arena. Then when they get outside, reverse it and go back inside the arena and fight the Bee Queen in there. This method needs approximately 6 Beekeeper hats, 3 to 4 dark swords, a cane, and 300 healing. This method can use Pierogi, so I recommend it for the healing food. Method 3. This method needs a Wickerbottom and abuses the fact that tentacles do a ton of damage. First, make approximately 25 walls to place in a filled-in 5x5 around the Bee Queen's hive, then break the walls so that they can be walked over, and stand in the middle of them. Then use On Tentacles repeatedly until there is a solid wall of tentacles along the edge of the hay walls. Then get a bush hat or snurdle armor, and begin the Bee Queen fight, and hide right away. This will make the tentacles do the work for you and kill her fast. Method 3.5. This is the same as Method 3, but less resource intensive. Just spam On Tentacles next to the Bee Queen hive. Smash it and run away. The tentacles will still kill it, but it will be hard to grab the loot and hard to start the fight. It is also dangerous for you because this many tentacles can stun lock you easily. Method 4. Place 2 Lureplants on opposite ends of the hive, leaving a path to run through the middle of the eyeplants. Wait for them to spawn eyeplants, gear up, and start the fight. Run in a figure 8 around the eyeplants and wait for her to spawn Grumble Bees. Whenever she spawns the Grumble Bees, kite them through the eyeplants to aggro onto the Lureplant instead of on you. Did you like the video? Hit the like button, or subscribe.